Pay jizya, and with that single act, not of defeat but of dignified agreement, a covenant is formed, a line is drawn, and a transformation begins. No shackles, no humiliation, no erasure of faith, instead, recognition. The Islamic State says to the non-Muslim, "You are not our enemy. You are under our wing. You are now one of those we are bound to protect." This is not a system of subjugation. It is a system of order. A society cannot be a battlefield of beliefs where chaos reigns and loyalty is uncertain. So Islam says, submit to the law of the land, pay jizya, and live in peace. And what is jizya? Not a punishment, not a fee for being different. It is the cost of protection, just like hiring a guard. Because when someone is not part of the army, when someone is not obligated to fight, to die, to bleed in defense of the land, someone else must stand in their place. Weapons must be forged. Watchmen must be trained. Walls must be guarded. Jizya is what fuels the defense for those who don't fight but still need shelter, peace, stability, and the sword of justice. Pay jizya, become dhimmi, receive protection and autonomy under Islamic rule. In return, the one who pays jizya becomes a dhimmi, not a second-class citizen, but a protected one. Dhimmi does not mean second-class citizen. It means the one the Islamic State has claimed as its own sacred responsibility. A life it vows to guard, a soul it is bound to protect, a trust it dares not betray. It comes from the Arabic root za, meme, a root that births the word dhimma, and dhimma is no ordinary word. It means a binding pledge, a covenant, a moral contract sealed by honor and law. It is a divine guarantee, not just of coexistence, but of protection. And so, dhimmi means the one placed under that covenant, the one whose life, property, faith, and freedom are now held in trust by the Islamic State, the one whose safety is not a favor, it is a sacred duty. To harm a dhimmi unjustly is not just a crime, it is a breach of prophetic contract. To oppress them is not merely wrongdoing, it is treason against the very core of Islamic justice. This is no subjugation, this is accountability before God, and this is what the world forgot, or was never told. A non-Muslim, yes, but no longer a foreigner. Now a member of the contract, a partner in the pact, a soul guaranteed security, not despite their faith, but alongside it. The streets they walk are guarded by Muslim arms. The marketplaces they trade in are stabilized by Muslim governance. The blood they spill unlawfully is avenged in Muslim courts. Their temples, churches, synagogues preserved. Their daughters and sons safe. Their beliefs untouched. And this covenant is not symbolic, it is binding. It is so binding that when the Muslim state cannot defend, protect, uphold the contract, the payment is void. Jizya is returned. Not a coin is kept, because jizya is not a bribe, not a tool, not a tribute. It is a payment for protection. No protection, no jizya. That is not oppression. That is accountability. That is not coercion. That is contractual justice. History speaks. When the legendary commander Khalid ibn al-Walid, Sword of Allah, withdrew his army from a region he could no longer defend, he returned the jizya to the non-Muslims. Every coin. Because if the Islamic State could not protect them, it had no right to take anything from them. Name another system, any system, where the ruler returns taxes to the people because he failed to serve them. That is not humiliation. That is not tyranny. That is accountability engraved in the very bones of Islamic governance. The lie that jizya is humiliation collapses right here. Because the one who pays is not oppressed. He is acknowledged. He is not robbed. He is relieved. He is not scorned. He is secured. And in a world where empires taxed people into graves, where tyrants drained their subjects with no promise, no protection, no peace, where the rich became richer by crushing the weak, Islam said, only the able, only the men, only the rich, only the sound of mind, and never the poor, never the child, never the crippled, never the enslaved. So let the slanderers howl, let them twist the truth into a weapon, let them scream oppression at a system that protected those it never forced to fight, because reality stands, and it does not blink. Pay jizya, become dhimmi, receive protection and autonomy under Islamic rule, not chains, not shame, but safety, justice, and order. And if that is oppression, then what name will they give to their own systems, where you pay dozens of taxes but die in debt? Where you fund wars you never chose? Where you're left to rot in the street if you can't pay a bill? Where you're bled dry? For what? No protection, no promise, no honor. Let them answer. Islam already has.